Have you ever wondered what it would be like to stumble upon an ancient tomb bearing your own name? This is Mark J. Dudley speaking, and that eerie experience was mine. You see, I've always been drawn to the past, to the enigmatic remnants of forgotten times. The thrill of unearthing ancient mysteries, piecing together the fragmented tales of yesteryears, has been my lifelong obsession. One day, my explorations took me to a remote hillside. There, almost hidden from sight, lay a tomb, ancient and weather-beaten. It was not grand nor ostentatious, but its eerie simplicity was captivating. It was as if time had stopped, and the tomb stood as a silent sentinel, a testament to a past long forgotten. The tomb was adorned with odd symbols etched into the stone surface. Their meanings were lost to time, but their presence suggested a tale of intrigue and mystery. I traced my fingers over the cold, worn symbols, feeling the weight of centuries beneath my fingertips. This tomb, so old and forgotten, held secrets that I was drawn to uncover. Inside the tomb, I found an old coffin. The wood was weathered and rotting, yet it bore a chilling detail that froze me in my tracks. There, inscribed on the decaying wood, was my name, Mark J. Dudley. It was not a common name, and the sight of it etched into the ancient coffin was unsettling, to say the least. The sight of my name on that ancient coffin sent a chill down my spine, a sense of dread I'd never felt before. This tomb, this coffin, they were not just relics of the past. They were a part of my story, a story that was far from over. As I stood there in the silence of the tomb, I knew that my life was about to take a turn into the realm of the unknown. As if finding my name on an ancient coffin wasn't disturbing enough, things started to get even stranger. The days following the chilling discovery in the tomb were a whirlwind of unsettling occurrences. Nightmares began to plague my sleep, vivid and terrifying. In these dreams, I would find myself back in that tomb, the air heavy with an ancient dread, the stone coffin bearing my name in the center of it all. It was as though the tomb had seeped into my subconscious, and its spectral presence was now haunting my slumber. But it wasn't just the dreams. I began to hear voices, whispers that seemed to float in the wind. They were faint, barely audible, yet unmistakably there. The voices spoke in a tongue I could not comprehend, yet they filled me with an inexplicable sense of dread. I found myself questioning my sanity, wondering if the tomb and its eerie coffin had somehow triggered a descent into madness. The tomb and the coffin became an obsession. I returned to the hillside again and again, drawn to it like a moth to a flame. I was desperate to uncover the secrets it held, to understand why my name was etched into that old stone. Each visit felt like a step further into the unknown, a step closer to the edge of reason. Unexplainable events started to unfold around me. Items in my house moved of their own accord. Lights flickered without reason, and I felt a constant chill, an invisible shroud that wrapped around me no matter where I went. It was as if the tomb had reached out beyond its hillside dwelling and was now infiltrating my life, my home. The more I tried to understand, the more enigmatic it all became. The tomb, the coffin, the voices, the dreams, they all weaved an intricate web of mysteries that I was hopelessly entangled in. I felt trapped, ensnared in a reality that was spiraling out of control. I couldn't escape it. The tomb, the coffin, they consumed my thoughts, haunted my dreams. Eventually, my obsession led to my confinement in a refuge for the demented. Those words hang in the air, heavy as stone, cold as the tomb that started it all. The tomb on the hillside, the tomb that bore my name. I remember the chill that ran down my spine, the way the world seemed to tilt on its axis. It was as though I had stumbled into a nightmare from which there was no waking. As I spiraled deeper into my obsession, I could feel my grip on reality slipping away. I was caught in a whirlwind of confusion and fear, unable to tell what was real and what was a figment of my overwrought imagination. I tried to share my experiences, tried to make others see the truth as I saw it. But my words fell on deaf ears, dismissed as the ramblings of a man on the brink of madness. I was a stranger in my own mind, lost in a labyrinth of my own making. The walls of the refuge became my world, my prison. I was surrounded by people, yet I had never felt more alone. The whispers of the others echoed in my ears, their laughter, their cries, but their voices were distant, muffled. I was trapped in my own bubble of isolation, disconnected from the world around me. The days turned into weeks, the weeks into months. I was stuck in a perpetual twilight, a twilight of the mind. The world outside my window became a blur, a distant memory. The only constant was the image of the tomb, the coffin, the name. My name. It was etched into my mind, a chilling reminder of the truth I had uncovered. I was consumed by despair, swallowed by a darkness that seemed to have no end. I was a prisoner of my own mind, confined by my own thoughts, my own fears. The tomb had become my obsession, my tormentor, my constant companion. It was my past, my present, my future. In this place of madness, I was alone with my thoughts, my fears, and the haunting image of that coffin with my name. As I sit here, confined within these walls, I can't help but reflect on what led me here. The tomb, that ancient structure on the hillside, it's like a phantom that haunts my every thought. I remember the first time I saw it, shrouded in mystery, whispering secrets from a bygone era. It was an obsession, a compulsion that I couldn't resist. The tomb called out to me, and I answered. I still wonder why it was me. Why was I the one to uncover its secrets? Why did I feel such a deep, inexplicable connection to it? The tomb was more than just an archaeological curiosity. It was a mirror reflecting a part of me that I never knew existed. A part of me that now seems inextricable from that ancient stone structure. And then there was the coffin, that old coffin bearing my name. It felt like a cruel joke, a trick of the mind, but it was real as the cold stone walls that confine me now. It was as if time had folded onto itself, blurring the lines between the past and the present. My name on that coffin, it was a chilling revelation, a puzzle that I am yet to solve. It filled me with a dread I had never known, a fear that still clings to me like a shadow. I have replayed that moment over and over again in my mind. Each time, I am left with more questions than answers. Was it destiny that led me to that tomb? Was it mere coincidence? Or was it something else? Something beyond my comprehension? I don't know, and perhaps I never will. Every day, I grapple with these thoughts, these doubts, these fears. They are my constant companions in this solitude. I am haunted by the tomb, by the coffin, by my own name etched onto that ancient wood. Was it destiny or mere coincidence that led me to that tomb? I may never know. All I know is that the tomb, the coffin, they are a part of me now. In the end, the tomb and the coffin became a part of my identity, a part of my story. That's how it is, isn't it? Our experiences shape us, carve us into the people we become. And my experiences, they've chiseled me into something different. There's a weight to the story that I carry, a darkness that clings to my spirit. The tomb, the coffin with my name etched upon it, they're not just pieces of an old, forgotten past. They're fragments of my present, my reality. They've become symbols of my existence, reminding me of the enigma that my life has been. I've mulled over my experiences, dissected them, tried to make sense of them. But the more I delve, the more elusive the truth becomes. I've learned that some things, some experiences, they're beyond the realm of understanding. They're like shadows on a moonlit night, dancing just beyond the grasp of comprehension. Yet I've found a strange solace in this acceptance. Acceptance of the fact that my life, my story, is intertwined with the supernatural, the unexplainable. Acceptance of my confinement, of my circumstances. It's not a surrender, but a recognition of the peculiar path that destiny has laid out for me. My perspective of life, of myself, has been irrevocably altered. I've peered into the abyss, touched the edges of the unknown. And in doing so, I've discovered parts of myself I never knew existed. Parts that are dark, parts that are terrifying, but parts that are undeniably me. I've been shaped by the tomb on the hillside, by the coffin bearing my name, by the refuge for the demented that I now call home. And though it's a chilling reminder of the path that led me here, it's also an affirmation of my existence. No matter where I am, that tomb on the hillside, that coffin with my name, they will always be a part of me. A chilling reminder of the path that led me here,